Welcome everyone to Project Backpack, the podcast. Today we are joined by our special guest, Ms. Cotto, the class of 2027 grade level administrator at John Jay High School. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. We both Ashley was just at the park and I came from work, so kind of.
Yeah.
I'm still at I get it. It's already after dismissal, but I'm still here.
Yeah, I get it. Do you do any extra things when you stay after school?
Just catch up with emails and just try to get a jump start on the next day. So it's a lot easier for students. Our home and safe, and I can just jump into everything that I missed in the workday.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm like an overworker like that.
Yeah,
Me too.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, so Ashley and I both graduated last year, so we're John Jay alum, and yeah, I think you were an administrator when we were also here, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that's really cool. I think we were here when you also first joined, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that, Ashley?
This is my 4th year here, yes.
Yeah, so you came when we were like sophomores?
Sophomore, freshman.
Something like that. Yeah. Do you want to start asking some questions, Ashley?
Yes. Okay. So this one was a big one that me and Grace both came up with. And this question is, what made you decide to be an administrator or go into education in general?
So both of my parents were both in education at some point in their life. My dad, while he had a full-time job, he also volunteered and was a music teacher. And then my mother, before she went to law school, she was an art teacher for Sunday school. I've always had teachers in my family. So I aspired to, I guess, do something where I can not just take, but give. So I became a teacher in the New York City Department of Education. I was a special education teacher, and I was also a bilingual Spanish teacher. I did that for about 7 years, and then I worked in Danbury. Then I came up here to Myers Corners Elementary for a year, and then they selected me to be the assistant principal here for John Jay.
Wow, that's impressive. That's so awesome. My mom actually graduated with a teaching degree too. She was supposed to be a math teacher, which is crazy because that's not my thing. I don't know. Maybe she liked it. But yeah, I grew up with teachers too. There's a few people in my family that are teachers, and I think they all really enjoyed the journey. And I babysit with my sister all the time, so we love kids too. But
It's
I don't think I'd be a teacher.
rewarding career.
Oh yeah, totally. I think being a teacher is one of the hardest things out there.
Yeah.
I think people underhype being a teacher. I think being a teacher is a lot harder than you think. You got to figure out the right way to teach your students and how difficult it can be, which I think is really important nowadays.
It is. Just because you have 4 masters and 3 certifications doesn't mean that you can run a classroom and
I agree.
Yeah.
And that presence. You have teachers who are excellent, but they struggle with behavioral management and making connections with kids. And then you have teachers who are fresh out of college who don't have a zillion master's degrees, but they just click with students and it works. So everyone's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I personally I think who was your favorite teacher? Do you remember, Ashley?
Mine was from 4th grade. And her name was Miss Scalzo. She was like good at making connections with her students.
What about high school?
Yeah, that's what.
No one? Okay, I'm sorry.
No. What about in high school, Ashley? Did you hear her?
Oh, in high school? Oh, sorry. My mic is like breaking. Sorry. In high school, probably Miss Aria Gemma. I think I had a good connection with her, and I enjoyed her class. As being her student too. I've had her for like 2 years, so I really got to like talk to her and know her a little.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my dog. Mine is completely Mr. Fletcher. I had him for 2 years. I loved him. Great teacher. He had a great way of teaching. He really impacted how I wrote and how I learned. And I did AP Lit and Lang with him, and I did really well on, I think, one of my exams in that class and the AP. And I sent him an email and he was like, "That was all you." And I was like, "Oh my god, that is so nice." And he brought his dog for the AP exams for good luck, which was like the sweetest thing ever. Yeah, he was overall like a really good teacher, and he definitely impacted my life and what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I think
A lot of excellent teachers here.
Do you have a favorite teacher?
Me? I can't
Yeah, from when you were a kid.
great teachers. No.
Oh, really?
I can't. I've gone to school for so many years. I don't even remember what I ate for breakfast, okay?
That's same.
That's fair. Yeah.
I already thought.
I've been in school for too long, so I don't have one that I think they all played an integral part in making me who I am today. How about that?
Hmm. Oh, definitely. I think also being a teacher shapes how you yourself grow up and what they teach you, and not just like learning wise, but also they teach you lessons, especially when you're a kid, like how to be a good person and stuff like that, which I think is really helpful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. On the topic of that, what is it like being a grade level administrator, and what does it entail, and all that?
So here at John Jay, every assistant principal, we have 4 assistant principals and 1 executive. Each handles a quadrant, and in that quadrant, we have our specific responsibilities. So when you mentioned APs, for example, that's always my quadrant. So every year I run the AP exam over at DCC in Fishkill, and it's my job to collect the money. It's my job to process refunds and make sure kids are joined to their courses. Actually, set up the exams over at DCC, disseminate all the resources, collect them, ship them back over to the AP College Board. So everyone has their duties, for example. So is it at year 4, now that I'm being tenured, do I feel comfortable in my quadrant? Yeah, I feel comfortable because I've done it consecutive and I felt like I have a good grasp on it. It moved me to a completely different quadrant. It will be completely different responsibilities, and I'll be wrapping my head around those things. It would be challenging, but it would be a learning experience. So I feel at this year, my tenure year, I feel comfortable in everything that I do.
Wow, I never knew that
Yeah.
being an administrator was like there were 4 different ones and they each. I never knew that. That's really interesting.
Well,
Is it like that in all schools or just here?
that's what I'm saying. That's not every executive principal follows that model. Every single school, like Arlington, runs a bit different. They have 2 assistant principals per grade level per cohort. So not every executive follows that method, but here at John Jay we do. So for example, we have Mr. Frost. He's our 12th grade administrator. He handles the coverages every single day of every single teacher who calls out or has a half day or needs to take their stuck in traffic. So he has to come in here really, really, really early, and that works for him. And he leaves on time. Whereas this doesn't work for me, so I come in normal time and I'm here with you guys at 4 o'clock.
Wow, I never knew that. That's really interesting. Wow. Sorry, I'm like thinking about it now. I'd like never realized how much went into it, and
Yeah, and I'd say that's like a very organized way too. Like,
yeah, it's effective because I remember we like in high school at least we always had someone come in when we needed, and yeah, wow. All right, do you want to do some fun questions?
oh yes, so a fun question. This is like really random.
We can call it a random question of the day.
Yeah, so this is like a what would you bring type of situation. So if you were on oh my god, if you were stranded on a desert island, what would you bring? Like 3 items like you would bring with you.
Are we talking about like survival items, like a mat?
Yeah, it's survival, anything. Yes.
There's like no boats, planes, or anything, and you can only bring a backpack because we're Project Backpack.
Okay, so I would probably bring a book of matches, get a stamps, or multi-pack of matches. I would probably bring some type of like can opener, can opener and canned food.
That's smart.
That's smart. Grace, what would you bring?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. 3 things? That's hard. Maybe those, okay, this is going to sound really stupid. You know those like packages of food that like the military gets? Like maybe a few of those. I'm sure they taste disgusting, but like it's food.
Absolutely disgusting with taste.
Maybe like
But you'll live.
maybe like a way to turn something into water,
Mm.
I've heard you can use like maybe cactus juice. I don't know if that's like a thing or not. And then maybe like a weapon of some sort, because I would not feel comfortable living without a weapon.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever read Lord of the Flies?
Yes, that book
That was
was
like
a lot. That book, I remember like reading it and I was like, this just gets worse and worse and worse, doesn't it?
I think they have a remake now on Netflix.
Really? I do not want to watch it. It's just
No, it's like when
and,
you
like,
have
we-
characters, I can't figure out what it is.
Mhm. I mean, we talked about all like what they present, like like id, ego, and super ego. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went
Do you know
over.
what Miss Cotto? It's like deep inside personality traits kind of, and it's like reacting selfishly and it's like they embody those characters, the main three. And it's how they lead throughout the story and how they represent each of those characters.
Oh,
And
they
it was definitely really interesting to talk about and like interesting to figure out which one you thought you were. I kind of think everybody's a mix, but
when you're put against the wall, yeah, in a situation like that, who would you really be when again your life is on the line? And
Exactly.
it is on Netflix. It is a 4-part limited series. Lord of the Flies.
Oh, have you watched it?
I have. That's what I was thinking. Have you guys watched it?
I honestly am not a huge movie person. Like I love TV shows. Actually, sorry, I'm more of a movie person and less of a TV show person because I tend to get bored of them really easily.
4 parts
That I could do that.
I would
like-
probably watch it.
on Netflix.
I love
Yeah.
watching TV, Netflix, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
It's diversity in the show. You'll see. In the 4-part series, you'll see.
Interesting.
Jack
So-
is not what you expect him to be, like in the book.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Ooh, because he represents. That's the main character, right? He's.
Yeah, not Piggy. What happens with Piggy? No.
Oh my God, I can't. If my nickname was Piggy, I would cry. Also, they're guys, so like
Yeah.
I think it's different for them. But also, I felt so bad for him, especially. I mean, sometimes I was like, "Really, man? You didn't need to say that." But like other times, I was like, "You didn't deserve to get your glasses broken, whatever."
And die.
Well, yeah, that too. I didn't want to bring up the morbid part of it, but now that you say it,
That was a great book. All in all, great book.
it was really good. Definitely something I think that's worth reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about more what you've done like with the school system. So we actually heard you do like the Patriot Pantry. Could you explain what that is and how it helps students and what prompted you to start it maybe?
Sure. So back to Mr. Albanese is here, and he is our administrator for for our 9th graders. He's just walked in. I think
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Yes.
What are you doing?
We have
A
John.
podcast.
Yeah, John J. Alum podcast.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Hello.
I'm still
I don't
here.
know if you remember us.
I don't. I got 6 years to go. Then I'll be out like you. I'll be able to break free.
Well, I hope they go by fast for you then.
Oh,
I did forewarn them that we have 504. We have meetings and regions.
yeah, you
exams.
remember Regents Week. Crazy time.
So they are
I
aware.
remember the Regents. I hated the
Yes.
Regents. Aren't they getting rid of the Regents too?
Maybe. They
Heard
keep
that
talking
for
about
years.
it.
Yeah, I've heard that for years.
Because that's so annoying that I had to do. Anyways,
Yeah, like I feel like when we're gone, like
I remember taking the
the other
geometry
class,
and I was
just the new class,
terrified.
they
I
just
thought I
get
would
everything.
fail it. Like I literally was so nervous about it. Doing those was so nerve-wracking. And then on top of it, like AP exams if you had and separate finals. We're like the only ones who do it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
It's still very much happening. Still happened today, and will be.
I thought that they were getting rid of it in like 2030 or something.
They've
That's
said
why.
that several times, so I don't know. But I know
Yeah.
they still
I
have
feel
to
like
administrate.
they'll like change it again or
Oh my god. Add another 200 word essay or something. That's nothing. And add another 3,000 word essay. Something crazy. Anyway, I'm sorry. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Patriot Pantry.
Patriot Pantry. So back to that cohort model. I am also the administrator for every student who is an ENL student, which is English as a New Language. So all students who come here from a different country, no matter what their background is, they would be, if they don't speak English, they're classified as ENL students. So it's ninth grade through 12th grade, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
So I recognized in meeting some of these families were coming from different countries, especially after, during the war in Ukraine, we had some students who were here and it's like, I'm sorry, you don't have this, you don't have that. And I didn't have the resources to provide for these students who were fleeing here. So essentially we have it was a little office area that's adjacent or attached kind of to my office. So I reached out to the United Way and went over there. Then I reached out to some just local administrators, and I was able to get a bunch of different resources. And when I say resources, I'm talking about like undergarments and hygienic equipment. I'm sorry, one second. There's somebody knocking.
No worries. So, how you doing? Ashley, put your foot down. That can.
Oh my god, I bet like when we make bloopers, it's gonna be me stuttering with my feet waving in the air.
Thank you so much.
I think we should put in that he was like, I can't wait to get out of here in 6 years. I was like, oh my god.
I'm still here. So I apologize.
No worries about it.
In reaching out to our Wappinger Central School District Board, United Way, a lot of other admin, I was able to stock the closet here, the Patriots Pantry, with everything from toothbrushes and soap to sweatpants to socks and sneakers. And it turned into something that wasn't just for, let's just say, students in immediate need. It was regular students who, oh my God, Ms. Cotto, I just dropped my whole Dunkin' coffee. This is a real scenario. On me, I have no extra clothes. I'm freezing cold. And they would come in and switch their clothes. I've had girls who just had regular, an issue and they just needed pants. I've had people who are like, oh my God, I just finished like sports. I just, do you have deodorant? This coat? Oh my God, absolutely go in there. So it just became a catch-all for all students here. And it's used, I can't even count how many days, how many hours on the weekends it's utilized. And I'm very proud of the Patriots Pantry. This name was voted on in a survey throughout the whole school. The staff selected this name, the Patriots Pantry. So that has built some ownership. So teachers on a weekly basis will say, like, here, my daughter's didn't fit these socks. I don't want to return it to Amazon. Do you want to take the rest of these socks? I went to the dentist. I don't need all these little toothpaste. Would you like to take all this? I'm like, sure. And when they see stuff on sale, they drop it off, which is amazing. So this Patriots Pantry is pretty much running because of our staff and the United Way at this point.
I honestly respect you so much for that. That is so impressive. Like building that up out of nothing and organizing it yourself on top of all the work that you have. That is really impressive.
Thank you. But I don't do it alone. That's why I keep on mentioning all the people who, like, sometimes I'll just,
of course.
Yeah, like it'll be a little messy because students will be like, oh, this pair of pants don't fit me. This one doesn't fit me. And I'll have a student here for study hall. They're like, do you mind if I help? I'm like, could you fold? Can you just fold? And they'll fold it, they'll reorganize it, and it's a blessing. So I'm very grateful.
Aww. Honestly, I'm respectful of everybody who donates and does anything for that. It's really impressive, honestly.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of our like biggest connection to you as a nonprofit, because our goal is kind of the same thing. Like we want to provide for others and make sure that everybody can get the care that they need, whether it's deodorant, sanitary stuff.
Yeah.
Like we just had an event recently where I know Gio was talking about this. I don't know if he told you, but we just had an event where I came and we like had some drinks together, some Shirley Temples and stuff like that. And we decorated pencil cases and tote bags for kids. And it was really fun. We got to decorate a bunch together, and now kids have them and like they'll get to use them. And we made it for them. We customized it. We made like sports ones for guys, and we added little like hearts for girls, stuff like that, because it's really useful for them.
It's amazing.
I also love that you said that you brought like ENL into the into the Patriot.
Yeah, I love that.
I myself was an ENL student too, so I think that's very great. And English, I think, is my second language too, so I think that's very helpful, especially for those who like like don't understand the language or are coming from somewhere new.
Yes, and just because you are new to the country does not mean that the basic necessities we can't provide as a community. Like we can make it happen. We are very lucky to be in a great school amongst great staff members and who want to help and who want to be of service. So
Yeah.
it started off with ENL, but then it became a catch-all for everything. So like I just honestly, I'm freezing in this office right now today. That happens a lot with some of our students who are in our business courses where the AC is freezing. So
Yeah.
students will be like, Miss Cotto, can I get a hoodie? I'm like, I mean, I don't need it back. I don't return it, just take it. And they'll wear the hoodie 3, 4 times. They're like, thank you for my hoodie. I'm like, you're welcome.
Aw.
So needed. So it just became something for everyone. If someone's freezing cold, how can I deny and educate? Like you can't focus when you're freezing. You just can't. So it became something for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really important too. Like not even just for students, but also for educators.
Yeah.
Like I think you pointing that out was super relevant because you never know what people are struggling or what they need.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to add on top of that, do you market this? Like how do you tell people about the Patriot Pantry? Because I don't remember hearing about it a lot as a student, and I think that if more students knew it was available, because there were days, when you wake up, you're in a rush, you wake up late, and you're like, oh my God, I forgot my deodorant, for example. And you're like, you're asking around, like, do you have deodorant? Do you have deodorant? And like all this time, I could have just asked you for some deodorant.
You could have. So this happened 3 years ago. I made this.
Okay.
So it was like the middle, like 2.5 years ago. So they're like flyers and they're blue and it says Patriots Pantry and it's on like the main office everywhere, the guidance wing, both of the guidance wings, in their offices also, and it's in our John J. Daily announcements. So it is out and about, but we don't ever want a stigma if someone's coming into the Patriots.
Yes.
There's something wrong with you or you don't have something. It's not like that. We're here to help. And I think that is why I didn't want to label it. I didn't want a big sign at the front of my door like, oh, you're going to Cotto's office now. You need something. Underprivileged. It's not like. I mean, that's why I'm saying it has evolved into so many things, and I'm just like I'm so proud of it. Even like sneakers, I've had students who are about to fail phys ed, and I just have extra sneakers here. They're like, oh my God, you have a size 8? I'm like, actually, I do. Can I take it? I'm like, I don't even want it back. Just keep it in your gym locker. So it has brought value to so many students.
I think that's so important. I think, honestly, us in Project Backpack, like, we want to thank you for even having a part of it. Like, you started it around the same time our nonprofit started, I believe, which I think is maybe we could, I don't know, that was coincidental or something, which is kind of funny. But, hey, it works perfectly. We've both been trying to make a difference, and I think that that's really important.
I think I love that you are trying to make this into something that is, I guess, I love that you're thinking about marketing. I love that you're thinking about like who would, what demographic. I hope that you push forward and see where the needs are and what communities and how it can be spread, as you said, the marketing to kind of sort of impact more people, not just in the local area. I mean, we're in the Hudson Valley. You just stretch your arms and there's different towns. I'm not from here. So I just, sometimes you drive, you're like, welcome to Wikipedia. I'm like, I don't even know. Welcome to the town of this. I'm like, oh, New Hamburg. I thought I was just in Fishkill. I'm in New Hamburg. Okay. So it's thinking outside the box and saying like, okay, we live here, but what if we drive 20 minutes left or to the east or to the west? Who are we really impacting and what's the demographic and where's the need? And are there a lot of students who are free and reduced and would benefit from something of that nature? Who can we partner with? And who would we be willing to be our partner for years to come?
Yeah.
I do have somebody's calling right now. Hold on one second.
Me with the cast.
No. I actually have a really good question that I was just cooking up in my head. Do you have any questions?
I'm trying to think.
And then do you want to bring up the detention or cold store?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
I am so sorry. I may have to excuse myself like 5 minutes to check on my students in the library. But
no, you're so good.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. Well, don't worry about it. I mean, it's also during the school time, so don't.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I know for a fact that those, what are they called, pencil cases that we did, they were donated to a school that was like further away from here. I think we've been trying to branch out, and I honestly have to give it to Elena and Gio who are here, and then also like Heidi and a bunch of the other people. I think our director of like coordinations, I think that's what it's called. He's also very good at, he's trying to reach out. We're trying to branch out and make this like a national thing. Like, you know, like Girl Up is a national thing, I believe, and there was like a few other clubs that people started that were a national thing, but we're trying to make something completely new. And I think that once it spreads, I think it's also going to pick up and be very important. And even for like countries that aren't as fortunate as us, that need more school supplies, or even like blackboards or whiteboards to teach their kids on, like it might be so much better. Maybe we could go like global with it, which I think is super important.
It is, and I guess manifesting all of that is important. Speaking it out and having like minds and to say, what else can we do? Who has, back to what I started off with, these quadrants, like I was stating, who has a strength in, as you said, Grace, in organization or reaching out, marketing? Where do each of your strengths lie, and who is going to run with it? And in terms of accountability, when you guys are going to meet back up and say, okay, what next? What next? It's a process. Please don't think that it was like, okay, all of a sudden out of nowhere, I had a full Patriots Pantry. Back to the survey, back to speaking to the staff and asking for more, back to going to United Way. And you don't go once, you go like 17 times. Building those partnerships, having that trust factor, and showing that I'm saying I'm gonna do something and I'm gonna do it. And here's the proof. And also, giving those partners their flowers, stating like, I'm always going to mention the United Way because they're the ones who helped me with this. I'm always going to mention our staff members and their presence, because it wouldn't happen without their consistent donations. Yeah. So again, there's so many layers to starting something of this nature, but always going back to the root of why. Why do you want to do this? And why is this your passion? And why do you want to pursue this? As long as you stay centered in your why, then the sky is the limit.
I agree with that completely. Like, I know, like, Gio started this from scratch, and it was just an idea. And he's already made it into so much within these few short years. Like, imagine what it's going to be like. And I'm proud to be a part of it, honestly.
I'm proud of all of them.
We're proud of you, too. I mean, we're all doing the best that we can, and why not help out along people in a way? That's kind of the motto in life.
And you guys are not just saying, you're doing, and that's more than a lot of other people can say.
I agree. Yeah. I think you're also doing that, and a lot of the teachers at John Jay do that, and hopefully other schools around that will be influenced by it. I think
make your presence known.
Yes. We're trying. We're gonna become like a huge, ginormous figure, hopefully.
You're doing. You're not trying. You are doing. You are here with me today. And what you're gonna do next.
So we have another little intermission game that Ashley wants to bring up if you want to do it. It's called Detention or Gold Star, which I think is a really cute name, and Gio made that up. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna give you, she's gonna receipt, she's gonna say like a point about schools, and you're gonna be like detention, or you're gonna be like gold star, and you're gonna say, do you approve of it, do you not approve of it, and why?
Okay, go.
All right. Okay. Homework on weekends.
Right? Disgusting.
It's either gold star or detention. I mean, if it's an AP course, you should be studying on the weekend. Come on, gold star. Depends on the course.
Okay.
You know what? I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
I mean, like, if you're in English, like, you're gonna rate on the weekends.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but if you're like, I don't want to degrade any course, but all right, I'll leave it at that. Go ahead.
No, totally. Explain your point. I get it.
Other more fun tactile courses. I don't know if you need to take that home and finish that on the weekend. Just stay focused when you're in the actual course,
And honestly, no opinion is right or wrong. So go full and share it. Okay. This one's
I think okay. AI in the classroom.
Regulated, monitored by Go Guardian, and kind of sort of. If that is your end all be all, that you're not thinking. So it is good. It it is the way of the world. You can't get away from it, but with accountability and boundaries and clear parameters around it.
Mm-hmm.
I think my personal belief on that is more, I mean, I think not we, like teachers like you have done it all these years, like by yourself, and you've made up your lesson plans through experience and trial and error, and your kids' like learning experiences have reflected that. And AI is not perfect.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while before it's there. And I also think that it's really important to learn. Like I know myself, I was a very hardworking student. I still am in college, and I'm going to continue like that in my everyday life. And I think it's important to learn that so you can grow in the world and, like I said, become somebody who means something, hopefully, in your own way, whether you make an impact through a nonprofit or your job or something like that. I think it's so important.
It is. And if you're not critically thinking in the present, in the moment, you're always relying on ChatGPT or Claude or whatever platform people are using nowadays. Then when you're in the fire, you're in the hot seat. It's like, hold on, give me a second. Let me Claude it. What do you do? It's the critical thinking skills and the problem solving skills that have been developed. Have I seen it in classes where the students write the full essay, edit, proofread, edit, and then use Chat GPT as kind of sort of like a feedback mechanism, and like I could have made this into a better essay after analyzing the rubric? I have seen that. Again, a teacher leading it, I've seen it. So, and it was a good lesson. But again, students finished everything. The students finished everything. The students checked everything. The teacher monitored that in the class. Chat GPT was just utilized as a checks and balances.
Well, I think you should utilize it as a tool and not as a way of learning. I think that's also
not happening, but I hear you.
Yeah. Okay. The next one's a lot easier to answer.
Yeah. The next one is school uniforms.
Oh, attention.
Oh, thank God. I was going to say, if you say gold star for that, I think everybody should be able to express themselves. But I mean,
I love fashion. I love clothes. I love being unique.
Yes. Hey, I respect you more for saying that. I love fashion too.
Yeah. And I like wearing like what I want, like whenever I want.
Like Ashley loves, like, I know personally because we're really good friends, loves her comfy clothes.
Like,
I love that about her. And you know what? You wore that to school. You enjoy it. It's not like it's a job. I mean, it is your 9 to 5 while you're a kid, but like it's not a job. As long as you're not distracting anyone, you're fine.
I agree. Nothing offensive, nothing derogatory. You just want to look like you and whatever that day, that week, that month, that chapter. I don't know.
I think our school was really good with that. And then also like with Spirit Weeks, I know a lot of kids are creative with it and think of new things and are able to expand on that because of the clothes that they are allowed to wear. And I think our school is very good at that personally.
We are. Thank you.
And we were able to see their creativity too.
Yes. Inspiration.
All right. The next one is snow days versus virtual learning.
Snow day all the way. Gold star. Snow day.
I think kids deserve it.
Yeah.
Like they would do the same. It'd probably be, I don't know fully because I mean I'm still in college, but I'd hope it would be the same thing at work if there was like an impossible way to get there. You would at least get a few hours off,
There's little perks to being an admin. That is one of them. So as administrators, just because again we finished we're older, whatever, doesn't mean that we don't find that same joy that you guys find when you get the call that says there is an official 2-hour delay or the school's closed. We find that same joy.
Yes, and also like, as a kid and even as an administrator, seeing that like motivates you even more, in my personal opinion, because you're like, oh, I gotta, you feel fully rested. You feel like ready to get back on top of things. I think that's also really important when learning.
Yeah.
Of course, and I'm an administrator, but I'm also a mother. I wear many hats, so feel the joy of being able to stay home with my kids and eat breakfast and just relax. It's okay, and it recharges my mother battery and my admin battery, as you were saying, Grace, because now I'm like, oh, we made pancakes on a Tuesday. Okay, this is fun. And then again, Saturday comes around, it's like, whoop, we had pancakes twice. You just get.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
Yes, it charges both batteries.
Oh, that's sweet. That's so. I want to be. Well, I work at a. So I work two jobs. One of them is like at like a food place, but the other one I'm a pool attendant, and I see lots of kids like playing in the pools with their parents, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to be a mother so bad because of that. Because it's just so cute and sweet and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, like I can't wait to have that in the future.
Mhm.
In the
Yes.
future. Far
Oh yeah, no, not now,
Far
please.
future.
Please. I'm good. Okay, next one.
Next one is phones in class.
Oh, detention.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
agree. Yes.
You knew I
I
was
think,
doing that, right?
I mean, we didn't have like the phone things where you'd put your phone in, which I didn't like that, but like, because sometimes like you'd need to check like one thing or two things, and that's fine. But just because other kids were on it all the time shouldn't mean that you have to put yours up. You know, you have to be fair. So I think I'm kind of a mixed opinion on that one. What about you?
For me, it depends.
I think so
I
too.
think like if like the teachers say like it's fine, then it'd be okay to have it. But if they don't, then I personally wouldn't take it out
Yeah,
or like check on it. But I don't know. I'm like,
that sums you up as a person. That's like completely accurate. Aw, she's a sweetie pie. Yeah, she's like the sweetest person ever. Okay, the next one is
4-day school weeks.
I am here for that gold star.
I could agree with that too. But then on the alternative, would that make the school year longer and shorter of a summer?
It is longer. If your school day is longer. So if we would extend this,
I agree. I think it could be very
Mhm.
it could work. If
Kids
one day is remote, or it has to be a hands-on or tactile day, like in the field day, and that's your day to do your practicum, like whatever that looks like for your career path. I think that would be great. Like every student is linked to something, and you would have to complete that for each quarter, and then we can sign off on that. And whether that be a Monday or Friday, we all determine as a district. That would be amazing, actually.
Yeah.
You have such a good way of talking. You know how to like say what you're thinking in a very good way. I'm not good at that. Honestly, I'm like, wow, she's so good at talking.
Yeah, I like
You're so
stutter or like have
I
trouble
mean,
coming up with the word.
I'm the personality hire. I think I am.
Well,
Honestly.
I think the more, and I recognize this within myself again, back to what I was saying, Ashley, like having the dual language, the more that you are in these experiences to stutter, as you said, you stutter. I do that sometimes too when I'm speaking in my mind in two languages. Like the more you're in front of these hot seats, the more you're put into the pressure situation, the more that you expose yourself to these situations, the more confidence you gain as a human, as a leader. So you just have to say like, okay, who is the boss? I'm going to sit down and talk to this person. Who is the CEO? Put me right in front of that person because this is going to be my moment to just let it all loose. The more times you do that, the more confidence you attain within yourself. So
Yeah.
continue to do these.
Head talk later.
Yeah, continue to do these podcasts. Continue to ask. I would like a meeting with the originator, the creator, the VP. Just try. What do you have to lose? And you guys are feeling this confidence, and you're like, I can speak to anyone. I've spoken to this person. This person. They're human. They bleed just like me.
I love that way of thinking it. Like I
Yeah.
said, you should be a TED Talk host. Like that was so impressive.
Yeah.
Like come on, that was perfect. Okay. And then the last one I think is an interesting one. I think it's my favorite.
Senior skip day.
One? Are you saying one?
Ooh. I'm gonna say I think that there's two fully. Is there two?
I think so. Yeah, it was like
I'm gonna say like
the day after.
not a lot. I would say
Halloween or
max
something.
like 3.
Yeah.
I love the day after prom. I think you guys.
Yeah.
I think that's smart.
Like, come on, you guys get home so late. You would
Yeah.
heels. The guys were in tight tuxes. So I vote for the day after prom as the unofficial skip day, especially if all your work is passed in and you are up to date with everything. You guys travel far. It's a late night. I vote for senior unofficial skip day after that.
I agree with that. I also think it's a good way to let students have rest. And like obviously as the years go by, like the teachers know the days and they're plan around it. Like I don't want to say it's gonna become normalized, but it kind of has in a way, which isn't a bad thing at all. I actually think that it's better.
Yeah, because I remember
Personally, the idea of going to school after the prom, I would have been like, oh my God, no. My feet hurt 5 minutes in. Imagine them 5 hours later.
Senior, and I'm just like, wow, kudos to you. So they do come in, and I'm like, I'm dead, and you're here. I'm proud of you.
Honestly, yeah, if you come in on senior skip day, good for you. But
Mhm.
personally, not my thing. So that concludes our detention or gold star. And then this is a very interesting question. Do you want to ask this one, Ashley?
Sure. Okay. So this one is, what was it like growing up for you in your school system? And what do you think needed improvement?
So I grew up in the Bronx, New York, in the Department of Education.
Oh, wow.
My schooling was very diverse. It was with a lot of people who looked like me and talked like me, and I still have a lot of great connections down there in the city. So it's full of love, full of culture, full of good food, a lot of family, and I really do. I wouldn't have changed it because it brought me where I am today. I graduated from Hunter College at 68th Street, and I loved that experience. I loved going to courses and then, having a break and walking to Bloomingdale's and saying, like, one day I'm going to purchase you and you and you. And it never happened, but it was lovely. It was great to be amongst everyone in the city and just have that time in my life where it was fun and interesting, and being around very interesting people from all ends of the social just scheme. I would have a young man from like the West Side, and then I would be sitting next to someone from like Long Island and someone from like an international like area. I'm like, what are you? Wow, this is so cool. So I wouldn't have changed that for the world because again, Hunter was so kooky and interesting and diverse and just fun. I remember leaving and there was like a Starbucks, and every day I would grab my Starbucks and there would be like kids playing hacky sack, and I'm like, okay. And then there'll be like a group of kids like praying. I'm like, okay. And then there'll be like another kids rapping. I'm like, whatever. So I just remember that feeling of like, wow, this is the world. I love it.
That sounds like a High School Musical movie.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, I know our school is very, I love how diverse our school is. Like, I met so many different people. Like, I know Ashley said she was a what was it, ENL?
ENL.
ENL student, yeah.
Was an ENL student, and I like never would have met her otherwise. And we've known each other since middle school,
Mhm.
which even if we met in high school, but like I love how diverse we are. Like obviously we go to college now, but there's like multiple kids in my college that grew up with like 50 people in their class, and I was like, I'd rather have like the whole experience and the environment and to see other people's cultures and experiencing. I think that that's so important, and I love that you grew up in New York City. I love New York City.
I do too.
It's so nice.
It's a vibe.
And then on top of that, do you wish that there were programs like Patriot Pantry and Project Backpack to better support students?
Absolutely. There's a lot of that in the city, and I that's why I keep on urging you to keep it going up here to make it something better and stronger and just reflect what you guys are evolving into. Again, it doesn't just have to say, Project Backpack. What does that really mean? What does that look like?
Mm-hmm.
It could be evolving into something that is so specific to you guys and so specific to what your needs are for your community.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think that Project Backpack is going to be a wide variety of things, which I think is super important because it'll allow students to come for anything that they need, hopefully, and even teachers too. We don't want to restrict this to just one thing, and I think having that influence is going to be really good in the end.
I wish you all the luck and all the positivity, and just keep it going. And I love this for you. I love that you're alum, and I love that you selected to talk to me to speak with, and I just wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Well, when we get famous, we'll make sure to include you in it too,
I will receive that. Thank you.
If I could do the heart, I would.
You were kind of like, oh yeah, Ashley's heart was like, no, but like, well, I think you also definitely like helped us grow too. Even the Patriot Pantry in itself was its own way of showing us like we can grow as a community, and we've already got people. We still have people who are in John Jay, and we have people outside who still want to interact like me and Ashley, and we're gaining people from John Jay still, and I think that that's really important and good for expanding our community. So I'm very excited to see what happens in the future.
Yeah, and I think
keep us in the loop. We want to know.
Of course,
we want to support in any way possible, whether that be putting your information on our John Jay website as like, alum in the news. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh my god, that's a great idea. I'll keep that in mind. We'll talk. I don't know if he's listening right now, but we'll talk to Gio.
We'll talk to Gio.
And then what were you gonna say, Ashley? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I think going to John Jay helped me a lot. Like I think I took in a lot of lessons too, and took a lot from my teachers.
A lot of
And I'm just
personality.
and I'm very thankful for that too. So
I think getting to meet a bunch of different people is so important too. Like you never know who you're gonna meet, and I think I still don't know. I don't know all the people I graduated with. I knew most of them, but I think personality wise, you get to experience. I know, Ashley, you're not shy. You're more quiet than shy, and I'm the opposite of that. And I think because of that, we're really good friends. But she also could meet someone who's also quiet, and they could get friends that way. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. And I think it's important to be able to know how to handle and hopefully connect with all these different personalities, because I think that's really important in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to have a good relationship with your coworkers and your friends and your family. And so I hope that I think growing up in a school like this really helps me understand it. Because I don't come from a big family. I have a sister. I actually have a twin sister. She's not home right now. She's working. But my parents had a 50% chance of having twins again, and they were like, no way. So, which I totally get. But so I just had her growing up. So it was nice to meet a bunch of, obviously not her. In elementary school we knew people, but we got to branch out and go into a middle school with 5,000 more kids than we had. That's an exaggeration, not that many. But it felt like coming into a whole new world. It was so.
We are a whole city. It's a small functioning city. We're here 7 days a week. There's always something going on in this
Yes, there honestly is.
Literally.
Yeah. This is a good question. How have student needs changed since you first entered education?
I wouldn't say change. I would say I'll use the term evolve. They're evolving into different things that just have these spider legs. So a student, who has, let's just say, a disability, it's never just one thing. It's okay, maybe I have anxiety, and I also, I'm claustrophobic, and I also, would rather have my test in, a smaller setting, but at the same time, let me know if I'm having a good day. I don't want to be in a smaller setting, it is on a case by case, day by day basis. I think students are evolving just like adults are, and we have to meet the needs of the students, and support them through their journeys.
I think that is such a great answer. That is perfect, because it definitely depends on the student.
Yes.
Not just the student, but also the teachers and what they can provide. Oh, I never thought about it like that. That's really interesting. What is your favorite part of the day? School-wise? Is it leaving? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's the morning. It's the morning. I do the bands in the morning near the Hall of Champions, and we have our intensive instruction program with our students who have severe disabilities. So it's just seeing them every morning. They're with us till they're 21 years old. So I get them off the bands, and it's just it brings a light to my day. And each of them has a special name, and it's they're so happy and they're just so excited to learn. And then from there, I go to the gym, see everyone from 0 period makeups, and I give them a little push, really. And then I go see my nurses, and they're like, oh, I feel sick. I'm like, you're the nurse. We can't call the nurse. I'm the nurse. Checking in with my cafeteria. I do that whole loop. I go over to my cafeteria and see what they need, what's broken.
I love that.
Because it's touching base with each of your people. If you just do that, you'll see the back to the needs. You'll see the needs of this is my community, this is my school.
Yeah.
You'll see the needs of your school community and meet their needs in real time. If I know that the oven's not working, right then and there, I can call, our point people and say, get somebody over here. If I know our nurse is sick, I'm you gotta go home. You're the nurse. And get someone to sub and get her in, get her out of there. So it's just, again, starting my day with joy and kindness and making everyone's day better makes my day.
I also think. What did he say? Can we ask the? Oh, of course. Okay, perfect. I just want to respond to that before we do the conclusion, but I personally think that our students, the students with the disabilities and stuff in our school, are very lucky because they have a really good environment that they're growing up in with the teachers and then also the students. Like I've seen it in person. Like everybody tries to be nice to them and like as nice as they can and be respectful. And I always find that like really nice to see. And like I personally knew one of them because he lives down the street from me. And like I got to see him graduate too and we graduated and it was really nice to see too on top of that. Like I'm sure you feel emotional when you see that and
Yeah.
just think and also having a morning routine is so important. Like I agree with that. Like and being able to walk around and all that I think is important. Like Gio will check in every week with us and say this is what we're doing this week and this is what's important. He's always very clear and really great at communicating about things, which I think is really important. Hey, what you laughing at?
Hey.
All
Okay.
right, last question. I don't want you guys to pay for anything.
All right. So the final question is, what advice would you give young leaders that look up to you and want to become educators themselves?
Oh, I would say, wow, there's so many different layers of advice, but I think it's stepping into your personal excellence, whatever that looks like, because you can't be like anyone else. You have to be you. So once you start fixing and unpacking those layers of who you really are and what you are as a person, what you stand for and why you want to stand for that, and you stand in that truth, you stand in that excellence, everything else follows. And people will follow because you're being authentically you. Good or bad, you're being yourself. And I feel like you can't only be you. Everything else is taken and everyone else is taken. Just be yourself and
Love that.
stand in your excellence, whatever that looks like.
I
And
agree
like you'll
with that.
always find a place with the people that are right for you. Love
Yeah.
that.
But don't
And I think that's so impactful for students going to college too.
don't copy and paste everything else unless it's excellent, but you still need to make it yourself.
Of course. And like I think that's great for kids going into college.
Exactly.
You know? It's really important to know like go and just being you. You're gonna meet your people.
Yes, and you will evolve, as we talked about. You will evolve into what that means at every chapter.
Well, it was so nice meeting you and learning about like all of your projects and the pantry and honestly what you do is really impressive. So I'm really glad we got to like talk about it. I never realized what all the administrators did and I have a newfound respect for you guys.
All right, thank you. And I have a respect for you guys and what you're
Thank
doing.
you.
Again, the
Thank
sky
you.
is the limit. Thank you, Gio. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
The best of luck with Project Backpack.
Thank you.
And I hope to be in the loop of all the greatness that you guys have in
Of
store.
course. And we
Yes,
wish you
of
luck with Patriot Pantry. It'll spread, hopefully.
I'll spread all that positive vibes over to you.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, I hope you have a great day.
You too. Bye, everyone.
Bye.